Okay, we're getting KB per second in here. We're back. We're back? Hello? Yep, okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. Jesus, this is the worst internet trouble I've had in actual months. I don't know what the hell is going on here. Give me a second. I'm gonna open up my door as well, because my door is closed, and it's like quarter-inch thick wood on here. So that might also be interrupting the signal. I'll put something in front of it to keep it in place, maybe. Let's see, my briefcase. I'll keep it open. That might help with Wi-Fi signal. This is totally a professional stream. Not at all like everything is going to crap. No, of course not. Right. Everyone's here? Everyone's good? Everyone can hear me? Right. So, yeah, for the most part, you know elementary Keltorn right now, Grim. Remore. Let's go to you next. What have you been up to? Remore? Hello? Hello? Are you muted? Oh, nope. There you go. Okay, what's going on? Maybe if I just minimize this. Open this fully. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. Remore, what have you been up to? Jesus Christ.
Well, after my stealth suit got absolutely destroyed in the last fight, I didn't build stealth suit.
Mm.
Having the old one.
Mm.
So done now. And then I've also been like upgrading the ship's weaponry and all that, and just kind of tinkering with that.
Oh, you've been upgrading the ship's weaponry, huh?
Aye.
Okay.
Tinkering and upgrading it. I can't really upgrade it because no ports here.
In that case, I'd say you've probably gotten a little bit closer with Sirius as well. Sirius and you have probably been tackling the ship's weapon systems together as like a group between the two of you. And you two have been like sort of working together on engineering problems and metaphorical like physics and all sorts of crazy shit. Right. So if we're just gonna take a second and make sure this is all working. Right. So I'd say that our corporate friend, I can't remember his name, Milo. Milo is probably he probably will have met you guys in space in a shuttle, and he'll probably have boarded with you guys, but he's probably keeping to himself, sort of silent. He just seems to be a little bit brooding, like unsure why you guys left him behind on the planet. But he doesn't really answer anybody or talk to anybody for that full month. Like he sort of keeps to himself and stews silently. Let's see. About so that's all our background stuff. That's our flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
The flashbacks end. There is a black screen, and then a green grenade shows up on the screen. It says Frags Inbound, and we focus back on the ship. It has been a month. Everyone is nearing the location that was marked on the Enigma. There is Thal, since you have probably been piloting the ship in this time, the navigation panel shows a strange white artifact in the center of a planet just ahead of you. The planet itself, where it might once have been like an Earth-like planet, there are metal scraps and damaged ship parts and wrought iron hanging around the planet in orbit. It seems like the planet itself... What?
It's a ship graveyard.
Yes, it is an in-orbit ship graveyard. There is what looks like a low, almost like a mist hanging around the planet in a ring, but it seems to be like jet fuel and rock and dust sort of in a general ring around the planet. Um, not caustic by any means, but not very pleasant to go through.
Mhm.
As you near the planet, the data pad, which has had the countdown on it for quite some time now, sparks, lights up, and makes a loud, high-pitched beep that just extends for about 30 seconds. It is like a fire alarm going off in this small space. And then,
Well,
oh,
the first thing I do when I hear that, I look at the data pad to see what might be on there.
there is a new entry. Captain's log. December 20th. Oh no, did I really lose that? Oh my god. Well, fine. I'll try and paraphrase what I was looking for.
Okay.
Captain's log, February 20th, 2783, not 2782. The Enigma has led us to a planet called Cerberus. It is one of the last really major human research stations in the Abraxas sector. A fringe planet, if you will. We don't like coming here. The people here are strange and foreign, and they don't seem to be quite right in the head. They work with an analytical purpose that belies the nature of humanity. They don't respond to people. They only ever break to eat or drink, and otherwise they lock themselves in labs constantly. The tower that they have been building extends for miles. We don't understand what the purpose of it is, but it's disconcerting. It seems to be dark, dangerous, not quite right. There is something severely wrong with this planet. The officer in charge of the military proportions for the planet, Revan Saika, he has been blowing us off. We gave him reports of the Enigma, but he didn't do anything. He thinks that we're not quite right in the head, that we've been lying to him this whole time, that it doesn't exist. We've made we've made planetfall on Cerberus, and we'll be here for a couple more days to restock our supplies, search for the thing that the Enigma showed us, and hopefully make sure that we can get out of this hellhole alive. That is the end of the data pad entry. The screen goes dark. A set of coordinates shows up on the screen, and then just as quickly as it shows up, it suddenly starts to get obscured and corrupted and starts to disappear. Are you guys doing anything with this before it completely goes
Yeah,
away?
I'm trying to-
Did I catch the
Did you catch it?
Mhm.
I'd say give me an awareness roll. 3d6 plus awareness.
We didn't level up or anything, right?
You leveled up once last time you leveled up. You are level 2 right now. Just give me your base roll. Okay, 6.
I didn't catch shit.
Yeah, you didn't catch any of it. It was just like a white text that just sort of quickly got garbled. Remore, do you want to roll?
Yep. Is this awareness?
Yep, it's awareness.
So what's my awareness again? 1.
11. You catch the number 1728 and then something and then 16.
I'm gonna share that information with Grim then.
There was part of a word before it, but it very quickly got garbled up to the point where you couldn't actually catch it.
Oh, great. What's the engineer's role?
The engineer isn't actually going to look at it. He's going to be basically just like, you guys know what you're doing. I'm not quite there for all this crazy bullshit. And he'll just sit there and watch for the moment.
Useless looking sod.
Yeah, pretty much. As you get closer to the planet, because I assume that you've probably been flying closer this whole time, there is... It was obscured by shipwreck when you started your approach, but now you can see it. There is a large tower, a Babylonian level of technological marvel, a literal bridge into space. I'm gonna turn on Into the Deep. There is a literal tower reaching into low orbit, sitting in the middle of the planet. It is ruined. There are several actual pieces of the tower missing from the ship, or like from the thing. There's scattered debris all over it, and some of it's hanging in low orbit as well. You can see like bits of window and stuff. As you get closer, the tower suddenly, a small light appears in the distance, and it extends all the way up the tower and reaches the top, and a beacon starts like giving up pulses of light, and you get hailed. You get a comms hail.
Grim, you can answer this.
I pick it up.
Okay. There is automated mechanical sounding voice that appears. Hello. You are the first visitors to Cerberus in 3,742 years. Password required. Password required. Password required. 3 minutes appears on the screen and starts counting down. Please enter passcode. Ryan, do you want to try anything? You are... Oh, wait, sure. I'll actually introduce you here. Ryan, from the ground, from the ruined building you're in, the tower suddenly lights up. It hasn't done this in the entire time you've been here. And the tower suddenly like has a pulse of light extended the entire length of the tower and then make a small like shockwave at the top that sort of goes around the planet and then disappears. Are you going to do anything? It means probably that a ship's in orbit.
I'll
Oh. Oh
try
no.
and get a binoculars or something. Try something to see what's happening here.
It seems like... Well, you would know that the tower only really does this through like documents that you've been reading for the past 2.5 years, that there's probably just a ship in orbit. It only really activates to greet them.
Okay. I want to try and not hide, more of just be aware of what's happening. Keep looking up at the sky.
Okay.
See if I see anything.
Okay, fair enough. So the password input screen continues to flash. About 30 seconds have gone by. What are you guys going to be doing here?
I'm gonna put in the numbers I've got.
There is a flash. It is missing one letter or one number, anything really. One input.
How many attempts do we have?
There is no like attempt lock. It's just insert password.
What did hold on? What did What did Remor put in there?
He put in 172816.
With the one that was missing.
The one that was
Yeah,
missing,
before. It's between 8 and 1
yeah.
code. But I'm not sure. So we're going to have to like brute force it through everything.
Mhm.
I don't know if there's a password lock on this thing.
Sirius is gonna step forward.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna say, I can probably hack into it, find its signature.
Sirius, give it a. Fall looks at him and goes, and it's just like, Sirius, give it a shot.
He nods.
Try seeing if you can guess what that last number is.
Okay, I'm going to start putting in random numbers, starting with 1 going up.
None of the numbers work.
Oh god, it's the letter.
Great. Sirius starts to make a roll to try and crack it. I'm gonna make a 3d6 roll. I need to go into the chat here. /roll 3d6 plus what is my electronics? Oh no, it's a programming. So 3d6 plus 2. Roll. Oh shit! I forgot. I have 3d dice. Oops. I should probably get rid of that because otherwise it's gonna be very bad. Gonna unenable 3D dice because that would otherwise create a horrible, horrible scenario for me. 12. Right. He looks up suddenly, sharply, and he says, the password, it's 1728A16.
A16Y. Okay, that's what that is.
Hell if I know. Alright, the computer says, password accepted. Please enter the 5th brightest star in our night sky.
Oh, that would be.
Actually, I don't think you would know this. Can I get you to give me a culture roll? We're talking about ancient human technology.
3rd brightest star in the sky.
5th brightest star in the sky.
Let me roll culture.
Yep.
Okay, the -2 to culture.
We're dealing with ancient human technology here. It's probably a human thing. 12?
12.
Yeah, okay. You've heard a little bit of constellations from a planet called Earth, several thousand years dead. The 5th brightest star, it started with a V, didn't it? You remember something about a Greek myth? A harp of some kind?
I might be the only one that knows this but can't say it.
Yep.
It was Greek myth, starts with a B.
V.
Harp.
Sirius, I'm gonna give him a culture roll, and I'm actually gonna give him advantage on. Oh wait, no. I am a ass. I'm sorry. I meant planetoids. I suppose either one would work technically. We're talking about ancient technology, but we're also talking about the stars. Reborn, do you want to roll like?
Wouldn't I be able to use astronomy?
Yeah. Yep. Planetoids, astronomy, any of that.
Let me re-roll that.
Yeah, feel free. Remore, if you want to roll astronomy. Oh yeah, wow. Reroll that one.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
All right.
I'm also gonna take +2 on that.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, that's not your roll. That's Remore's roll.
Never mind.
That's 16 for Remore and 15 for Faye. You do actually know this star. It is called a Vega. It was a... You don't really know much about the actual star's mythology or origin. You know that it was part of a solar system far from here, like near something called the Milky Way. And you know that it was a part of a myth called the Harp of Orpheus, an ancient human society. It was originally called the North Star by human sailors, like on water. Can you imagine that? A planet made entirely out of water. What the hell? But it was apparently this star that would lead you home at night in mythology and folk tales. You don't really know much else about it.
Well, let's put that into the computer then.
Okay. The computer dings. There is the sound of password accepted. Welcome to Cerberus. And the tower shuts down. Suddenly, there is another pulse from the planet's surface, this time around the tower, and your ship is seized. It is locked into place and it starts floating down forcibly.
Uh-oh.
Ryan, you see a ship start to be pulled from orbit, tractor beam style. Not quite like how your ship was. Your ship's crash was a lot more scary, but this is relatively light, fluffy. Seems like they got the password right.
I'm still gonna stay where I am on top of the building.
Okay.
And on it, see if anything happens.
Okay.
I don't know if I can trust these people.
Mm-hmm.
If there is any people on it.
Well, you've known that there are some dead ships that'll occasionally come into orbit, or there'll be like ships with salvagers that'll show up. Not many have got the password correct, but there have been a couple, and most of the time those people die within a couple of days. Not anything huge.
I just want to keep a nice wee eye out.
Okay.
For a couple hours, maybe after they land, see if anything comes out.
Okay.
After that, I'll start looting.
Okie dokie. So in that case, you guys go towards the planet's surface. Through whatever asteroids there are, through whatever wreckage there is. There's a time where you have to actually probably like maneuver the ship to get around like the wreck of a ship that was there. But you're still constantly being pulled in. As you breach the atmosphere, I just need to pull open my book. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. Probably this. This is a bit loud, isn't it? I'll turn that down. Once thriving streets now lay cold and empty, and the broken stone and shattered glass suggest no one has been here for a very long time. The city is dark. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of buildings stretching out as far as the eye can see. This place is enormous. It is sprawling. There are... This planet might have been actually like the first example of a Dyson sphere. Like, there are billions of people that could have been housed on this place. Not a single house remains properly standing. Most buildings have blown out glass and like shattered stone, and the streets are basically impassable. There are several like skyscrapers that have collapsed and destroyed most of the houses below them, and like the streets themselves are broken up like an earthquake has shook it to its core. Are you guys gonna be doing anything as you start to land on this place?
I'm going to be starting getting my tactical gear together.
Okay.
Tuning my comms into the ship. Everyone else's. And start checking my guns and everything.
Cool. Sirius is probably gonna like pick up his assault rifle. He's probably gonna you would probably notice that there's a flashlight on it now that he got from somewhere, like salvaged from within the ship. He looks at you, he gives a nod, he's like, ready when you are. And some of the other crew members of the ship start getting their gear ready too.
I'm busy trying to make sure that the ship lands.
Okay, so good, because you're about to land in the middle of some rubble, and it would probably pierce the bottom of the ship. Can I get you to make a...
Command roll.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
17.
Awesome. All right, so you steer the ship. 5,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. Yeah, basically. So you steer the ship. The ruined like spire wing of a ship that's already collapsed narrowly misses the bottom of your hull, and you can actually hear like a really loud, high-pitched whining, grinding noise as it's like metal on metal. Leaves probably like an enormous cut down the bottom of your ship. The paint job's probably gonna need to be replaced after this, but it's nothing huge. You touch down, and there is just a silent, sprawling metropolis in front of you. The tower is the only thing that might be an area of interest right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to disembark the ship and start commanding the crew to set up a perimeter on the ship.
Okay.
Set up sniper posts and defense areas.
Okay, cool. Unfortunately, there aren't really any major defensive items on the barn door. It's mostly built as like a trade ship. So
yeah, whatever we got.
Yeah, they basically set up like sandbags, and they start to like look through some of the buildings and make like survival rolls to look around. One of the crew actually like waves you over and basically says, "I'm a little busy here. Help me look." And he starts to like pat through one of the buildings nearby.
I'm going to go in with him.
Okay, make me a survival.
Survival roll. What's my plus on that again?
We'll get back to you in a second, Ryan. Just this is a rather important piece to the rest of the campaign.
No problem. I was gonna say, if as soon as they disembark the ship, I was gonna fire an arrow with a message on it.
Okay, cool.
The fleet
Okay.
at the ground, just to pierce it.
Okay. Make me an attack roll.
Oh god. It's gonna stab me in the chest.
It won't hit her. I'm just trying to see how close it lands. Okay.
It's my bonus.
It's not bad.
This wouldn't be a sighted shot, but it's with my +2, so
Okay.
12.
12? The arrow, like an okay, Kya or Que, whatever. You're standing in the building, and the dude who's working on beside you says incoming, and he drops to the ground, and an arrow pierces through a window, shatters it, and bends into a wall like a couple inches from your head. There is a message tied to it.
Well, I'm just gonna pull the arrow. I'll snap the arrow out of the wall. I get pull out the one's gonna snap it and then unroll the message.
You're gonna mute here.
You're not alone here. Be careful of what you do. I am always watching, and I am ever seeing.
Great. Right, okay. Okay, over the TAC comms, I'm gonna kind of inform the crew. Keep an eye out. Eyes up, guns up.
Okay.
DM, do I have a short range comms? Would I hear this as well?
Possibly. Depends on if you're clued into their frequency.
Yeah,
Should I make a roll for it, or
Sure, give me a roll. Give me a 3d6 plus fate. I'll say plus fate, yeah. That works.
Fate is.
Closest thing to a luck roll I can think of. Oh, okay. 9? That's a success with a minor drawback. You can hear them over the comms. Like you're in their channel, but it's spotty at best. Your technology is sort of decayed over the last 2 years, so it's patchy in places, and there's like little bits of there's little bits of like interference and buzzing and fuzz. Cool.
I'm gonna start making my way down to them, but very, very carefully.
Okay. Grim, what are you gonna be doing? Grim, are you
What's
there?
the captain currently doing?
Captain's probably gonna be helping set up some sandbags in the front of the ship.
I'm gonna go ahead and join in.
Okay.
What are those? What are those kids that we rescued doing as well?
Oh, okay. Here we go. So there are most of the children are actually hiding in the back of the ship, but one single boy with a blindfold wrapped around his eyes is standing nearby, watching everything with an unsettling level of intelligence. He doesn't. He's got a bandage wrapped around his eyes. He probably shouldn't be able to see right now, but he seems to be able to take in everything that you're currently doing, and he seems to be relatively understanding of it all. He's probably gonna like walk up to you guys and sort of offer his hands, like, "Let me do it."
I look at him. I look at him and I go, okay. I hand him a sandbag and then say, follow me.
He nods and he sort of wanders after you. He holds the sandbag in like one hand, just sort of lugs it over his shoulder like a sack, and just sort of casually follows after. So, Miss, what are you going to be doing with us?
Well, I just wanted to make sure that you were safe, and at the very least, you might be able to